Good morning, brothers and sisters. How are you all doing? Are you excited today that you are going to hear the message, God's Dream? But before we continue, I would like to pull out my reflection questions for today. All of you should participate in this Sunday service because we are all alive and God is alive. So these are the questions that I would like to share with you in connection with my topic, God's Dream. I would like you to all stand up and find someone that you can share what is your dream. If you're students, please share your dream to others. As a student, what are you dreaming for? And as a parent, what is your dream as a parent for your child? And for the children, as a child, do you have any dream for your parents? There are only 4 questions. I will spend 15 minutes for these questions. So let's all share together. And if you're inspired, I will call or volunteer someone to share in these different areas. So thank you. Let's start now together. You discuss first what is your dream to your partner. Okay, we have less than 5 minutes, my brothers and sisters. I will volunteer someone to share today. What is your dream? Okay, let's wrap up our sharing. I know it's exciting to share someone your dream. This is the most exciting word, dream, you know? Like this morning in Shimon, we talk about dream. So, who would like to share this morning first about your own personal dream? How about my favorite couple? Who is my favorite? Nah, everyone is my favorite. But I have number one, number two, okay? So let me call Eugene and Anthony, please. I volunteered. I said I will volunteer. Volunteer.
Okay. Good morning. I think to start with, I first began with what is my dream as a child for my parents. And I was first thinking about like two parents in general and then my actual parents. So I think for me in the beginning, my biggest dream was for them to live long enough to see their grandchildren, at least even one. So when my sister had her first child and my parents were in Kenya, usually getting a visa from Kenya to America, like it's really difficult if you don't have a reason. And so I was like, how will this ever happen? Like I really was praying to God, like I really want either one of my parents to get to see their grandchild with all of my heart. I was really hoping. And then it just so happened that my school decided that my university said like they would sponsor international students if they needed their parents to come over for graduation. And I was like, oh my goodness. Like you know how God just works in mysterious ways. I had never, in my whole 4 years, I just knew if I graduate, my cousins are gonna be there. My parents will never, I never even expected them to ever come. So for God to answer prayer in that way, I was really grateful. So that was my biggest dream for them. And then the other dream for my parents is for my mom to be able to go to Congo. She went to Kenya for the blessing and she hasn't been back since. It's like more than 40 years. So really like for her to go back, see her family, her cousin, her siblings, also be able to share the divine principle with them, just as my dad is doing with his parents here. So I think in my heart, I'm still figuring out what I have my own like dreams for myself, but I think first and foremost, that's my dream for my parents is really what is on my heart. So thank you.
Thank you for sharing. I just had to say that. But yeah, I would say my dream is just to be able to, how can I be a better child of God? How can I be able to invest more, give myself, of course, right now just focusing on relationship with my wife. How can I be able to do better with that? But how can I also do more of the spiritual, the internal, not just the external financial job, bills, all those things, those, take up a lot of our time. But, how can I just be able to keep connecting to Heavenly Parent's heart, realizing, am I actually listening to God, actually wanting to come closer to Heavenly Parent? How can I be able to see God through others? How can I just be able to do more and realize God's dream of bringing his children all back to his heart? But, I always had to start small. I had to start with my wife because she is my physical God. So how can I be able to connect more with her, love her spiritually, mentally, physically, every aspect? And I guess then for question 4, my dream, of course, I have a dream for my parents to be able to help them with their debts, just to be able to do more for them. Of course, money isn't everything, but, you just want to be able to give back to your parents after they invested every ounce of their fiber and thing in their life just to be able to feed you, raise you, how much of that do I take for granted? How much have I actually been able to give back to them, love them wholeheartedly, and just do my part so they can be able to live comfortably as we lived comfortably. So just to do more in that way. So thank you.
Thank you. You can call someone. You can call volunteers. You can call. You can choose.
Who would you like to
From our
choose?
team. Wow.
Let me see whoever's looking away. I'm joking. Let's see. I think Auntie Susan and Uncle Sam. Yay.
We are the front.
You've got
Me.
a big dream. Go ahead.
Well, the dream about we're talking about the dream. Once I was the nursing student that I was working to the nursing students. So in the practice, we're going to the a nursing home, and the thing that really impressed me that what happened to the few many years ago. That's maybe 10 years ago. The lady come over to the hallway, bring a guitar and singing, and she come to the people from the elderly people come to the hall, watch the gathering place and singing. I was really impressed that because she was singing, her song was pretty nice, but look at the people who have the older people, the frail, and need a cane, and they have the eyes bright and shining, and some people start singing or dancing. Maybe I wish I could practice singing and give a joy to those people. That it's just the one was a dream that I don't know how that unfold. This dream can be true to reality. I think that was one of my dreams that I like to share now.
You didn't say about the boat.
It's okay.
When we're young, we want to be good children. We want to meet a certain standard. But as we get older, things change. And so instead of following true parents, I want to solve one of the problems in the world. Of course, I've got a list of things that I'm attacking, if you will. But my satisfaction won't come until I've accomplished something for God, not just following, but just accomplishing something. And so that's the thing that's grinding away in my heart every day. It doesn't sound great, but it's the thing that keeps me getting up each day and moving forward. And thank goodness there's a way to have some kind of education so that we're not just... you are educated so much by the people you're with. But there's many kinds of education. There's intellect, heart, and will. And then there's the work that goes into the will. So, yeah, I think that's about all I should say.
Thank you. You can call one more.
Olivia and Matt.
How should we even start? Hello. I'm Olivia. This is my husband, Matt. And thank you for choosing us. I'm not used to public speaking, so excuse me. So we just sat down and reflected on our dreams, and it's like, how much should we share? I know dreams are kind of like a birthday wish. You want to kind of keep it precious, close to your heart, and sacred. So I won't elaborate into great detail, but I'll give you kind of some hope into what we're thinking. So first, we just got married in June, so we want to start a family. That's first. And then, dreams for children. Oh, so dreams for children. I think a value system of mine particularly, and Matt can elaborate on his experience, but for children, I want there to be a sense of like extended family. I want, our goals for our kids, of course, really get educated on childhood development and make sure they're healthy and their environment is healthy as much as we can provide that. I know school can have its, different environments, but we want to guide them. But this world is very uncertain, so I think providing the children with the knowledge that they can depend on their friends like family. I want to create that kind of sense of community, what we have here too. I've experienced full health and joy through an extended family here in the church, Pastor Aunt Sumiko and Uncle Sam, and I can name so many people. But anyway, so an extended family I realize is really essential for our children's health and upbringing, and for their friends who are now brothers and sisters, and we want to be uncle and aunts and all that jazz. So that's kind of a dream for the children. Do you have anything you want to elaborate on that? Or whatever dream you have for the kids.
Our kids, for future kids, hopefully. I was saying to Olivia, I just hope that they're able to accomplish whatever it is that they choose to do, and I think our role in the future would be to just give them the opportunities to understand, what it is they don't know, or, I made the example to Olivia, if our kid, wants to be an NBA basketball star, they're going to be probably 5 feet tall, right? But your job isn't to crush their dream, right? It's to give them the opportunity, maybe enroll them in some basketball clubs or something, and they'll figure it out themselves, what it is they want to do. So just, support them as best we can. And then, I don't know what else. We do want to I think both of us kind of want to be able to experience all the different cultures of the world. We're trying to slowly cross off different regions of the world and kind of learn about those things, because I think it really helps, especially being in the United States, where there's so many different cultures that you experience. It really helps you just connect with everybody. So later in life, when we look back, I think it'd be nice if we could reflect and say, we have this great perspective on the world and everything, and yeah.
And then also I have kind of a vision of creating friendships around the world as well. So if anyone's into travel, there's a page on Facebook groups. It's called Host a Sister. Sorry guys, it's for ladies. But anyway, it's a chance to go travel to anywhere in the world, and you just post on the group page, like, I'm going to go here. Can I meet up? Anyone interested in a meetup? You can go out for dinner or a tour, and then you can say, I'm looking for a host. Someone can I did it myself in Ireland and Scotland, and it was wonderful. I had 3 hosts. They let me stay at their house, and then 2 girls I met up as meetups. So now we have an established couple in Scotland that we're friends with, and we went twice already, and they're going to come visit us once we settle in. Yeah, so that's kind of a dream, is learning cultures, but also establishing good friendships. And, okay. And then
dream for parents. My parents are around 75, 76. My mother has Parkinson's. Luckily, it's not all that bad. She just gets a little bit of tremors here and there, and she's got arthritis and other stuff going on. My dad's in pretty good health, but I think for them, just as they get older, to just hopefully be able to still enjoy life and not have their health concerns overtake every aspect of their life. Besides that, I just in talking with them, honestly, I think they, and you might even be able to say it, but I think my parents have actually kind of accomplished most of their dreams. They never needed a big house or anything. I mean, they just raised me and my sister, well, and gave us opportunities that you know, we're both really glad we had. So, you know, I think they're just happy being in their recliners and watching TV every day and just kind of relaxing for a while. So,
A dream for parents. Oh yes, and then I have a heart for as growing parents, and this kind of goes more into extended family. But I'm thinking about first gen members. Hee hee, and I'll leave it at that. Okay. Thank you. Oh, we choose someone.
Thank you so much, everyone, for the participation. Yeah. The questions, we have 4 questions. Number 1, what is your dream? Your dream. For one person, it means individual. And then number 2, if you're students, please share your dreams. Students, I do it like that to think, no, not maybe. Because students has a role in our society, a great role in the present and in the future. So it can be a greater role as students, because students can be a leader in the future, political leaders, teachers, or lawmakers of the country. So they have more on a big scope of responsibility. Or I can say maybe not only individual, but in the environment itself. And what is your dream as a parents? So as a parents, we are all dreaming something special for our children. So like my parents, they are dreaming for me. That's why they work hard for me to finish my college education as a teacher when I was young. But when I was a child, as a child, I'm dreaming to give pride to my parents, you know. That's why I tried my best, even we are very, I will not say very poor, but not a lot of money, but I tried to graduate college for my parents' pride. So that's in connection to these 4 kinds of question and reflections. So I will go on in the spiritual aspect. Very short message. Thank you. And let me read some of our 2 fathers' words. And I was so happy because Sister Fatu offered the song, How Great Thou Art. It's amazing. Thank you, Brother Wayne and Fatu, for singing that song. It's really an appreciation how God created the world. He is very great. Our Heavenly Parent is great in everything that He has done to us. And I would like to read this word from Chon Song-kyung, the book that we are using in our Ohio Family Church or Family Federation. God is the causal being behind all action, the being who exerts, who gives direction, and the causal being who endows purpose. We call Him a God of personality because He always acts with a clear motive, a sense of direction, and a purpose. Therefore, everything in the world advances in the direction of the purpose that is based on the cause. This is the being that causes everything. So in our dreams, everything is connected to our heavenly God because He is the causes of everything in this world, originally and ideally. Do you agree on that? That's why all your dreams is pertaining to pursue ideal or satisfaction in your own personal goal in life. You are dreaming. So that's a reading that everything is God as the causal being of every action that we are doing. So because there is purpose and there is also direction. The next. And in connection with the title of my message this morning, God's Dream, I just want to let you know that our slogan and Family Federation for World Peace was changed to God's Dream, period, one family. So if you never check yet that slogan, please check our Family Fed that we have this new slogan, God's Dream, one family. So this is what the Bible said in 1 Corinthians 3, verses 16 to 17. This is in King James Version. Know ye not that ye are the temple of God, and that the Spirit of God dwell in you? If any man defile the temple of God, him shall God destroy. For the temple of God is holy, which temple ye are. So we just remember that all of us is the dwelling place of God. All of us understand that because I think all of us were educated of the divine principle that we are the image and the temple of God. So in connection with the topic, God's dream, every one of us believe that God is invisible. And also we also believe that God has dual characteristics. But these dual characteristics is not just like we can say dual characteristics of God, like man and woman. But God is dreaming to have a body. That's why he created us, man and woman, as his body. That's why the principle said the dual characteristics of God. We can go beyond the detail of this explanation more, but I just want to focus on God is invisible God in his original dream. Why he created us is to be the body of the invisible God. So that's the original dream of God for humankind, that can have the body that he can dwell with. That's why in the first question, what is your dream? That is individual. So as individual person, all of us is trying to be good, to achieve our individual purpose, our individual dream. Like as a child, I want to be a good child for my parents, to follow what my parents would like me to do, to make me a better person. So that is my individual ideal of myself. And that is also in connection the first blessing that God told us, or to Adam and Eve, be fruitful. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's why God is longing for a body that can possess his divine characteristics. So that is the first blessing of God. I'm so sorry. And then, after that, when God said, be fruitful, that was the first blessing that God bestowed to Adam and Eve. Be fruitful first, and then if this body of God, the ideal man and woman, can be together, they can be a substantial parents that God can dwell on. And then the third blessing is this couple or this family can manage all the creation. That's the three great blessings that God has given to humankind so that he can experience this world with us in our own body as man and woman, as parents, and as a family. That's why the slogan that we are trying to emphasize at this time, God's dream, one family. So let's all remember that we are the temple of God, or we are the body of God. Let's continue. And this is my last message. That's from Mother Moon. I have been saying we need to know the truth about God, the Creator. God created Adam and Eve and gave them a growing period. Within the given time, Adam and Eve must grow in absolute oneness with God. God is incorporeal. God has no body. So God's dream is to create humans and bless them on the day they have grown up so that God can become the true parent of humankind. In other words, God's dream is to become the ancestor of humankind, to have children and love them. This is a word from Mother Moon. All of us understand that we need to be blessed, and then we need to become a true parent. But remember, we have one true parent that stands substantially on behalf of God, and that is our Father and Mother Moon. So Mother Moon would like us to understand God's dream is to become the ancestor of humankind, to have children and love them. So I hope these words can give us inspiration more, that we can understand what is God's dream to us and what we are dreaming as a child for our heavenly parent and for our true mother. So that's my short message this morning, because our brothers and sisters give us already inspiration in their dream. So I hope that every one of us can still find or search what is really God's dream for all of us and what we can give as our dream to God and to our two parents. So thank you so much, brothers and sisters, and thank you so much those who participated, volunteered by me to be in the front. So thank you so much. And next Sunday, our next generation team will give the Sunday service message again. I will explain what is next generation team by email, okay? So thank you so much, brothers and sisters, and have a blessed day. Let me close with prayer. Our beloved Heavenly Parent and our true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind, thank you so much for your continuous love to all of us, because we can understand your dream for us, heavenly parents. We are your substantial body that need to carry on your divine characteristics, so that in that way there can be hope in the world, and we can really build the ideal family that you would like us to have, heavenly parents. Many of us are young, and many of us are in the age that can really be the ultimate time for us in this world. But I'm praying and hoping, heavenly parents, that what each and every one are dreaming for can be realized and can really be achieved while we are still on earth. And while our true mother is still on earth, we can really offer something special to our true mother. And our true mother can offer that to you, heavenly parents. I pray that my brothers and sisters who are here today in our Sunday service, they come here to receive your message. I pray that each and every one, heavenly parents, can really experience your divine presence in their life, heavenly parents, whatever struggles, whatever difficulties, whatever questions they have in their mind and their heart. I pray that you are the one who will lead them, heavenly parents, in these coming days and weeks in their life. Heavenly parents, we have struggles and difficulties, but you are more struggling than us, heavenly parents, because as you can see, your children all throughout the world. So I'm praying and hoping, heavenly parents, that my brothers and sisters who are here today can really feel that you are alive, heavenly parents. So thank you so much for everything, and may your guidance, your power, and your protection will be with each and every one of us in these coming days and weeks. I pray this and ask this in my name, Glory Loran, as blessed and real family. Adieu. Thank you.